Okay. I want to play a soundbite for you all that made a lot of headlines back in May of 2020 before the election. It was Joe Biden versus Donald Trump at that point. And Joe Biden, who was working out of his basement, said this to Charlemagne the God.
Problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
Keisha, that's what he said close to 2 years ago. Fast forward to today, does that seem like exactly what the Democratic Party is taking for granted?
Absolutely. I have to agree with both the panelists here, where we see that the Democrats do take the black vote for granted. And, we can blame that all on the Democrats, but we can also say that, the narrative has been able to get into the minds of many black Americans. Propaganda works. And when you hear a message over and over and over again, you are going to believe that message. Right. And constantly saying that Republicans are racist and stoking fear in black Americans, it will lead them to think that they only have an option to stick with Democrats. I know for me, back after the 2016 election, it was both a spiritual matter and a natural matter, right, where God spoke to me and said that my skin color had become an idol in my life, and I did not need to see the world through the lens of being a black person, but through the lens of my faith. Christ. And that was a huge factor for me. And like Stacey said, when I lined up those values along with the Democrat values, along with my faith, they did not go together. It was a conflict. And so I could not continue to vote for people who pushed things that I was just not okay with. And so I had to make a decision. But Dr. Thomas Sowell, Walter Williams, Milton Friedman were some of the first brilliant minds that I got a hold of, and totally woke me up and opened my mind to a different way of thinking. And my life hasn't been the same.
Well, all three of you were once upon a time Democrats, and now you're registered as Republicans. So it's a unique point of view, and we wanted to hear it. And we thank you, Stacey and Keisha and Adam, for joining us live. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.